These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is taken at the 3. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Stay with your man.
On first down, McFarland, give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here is Eckler. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Let's take it inside his own 40. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Darnold, flush to his right. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Josh Malone, and it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Being chased out left. And Darnold, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on third down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They go play action with Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Well, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Throwing on second down, Darnold. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Ed Oliver gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
It's now third down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Herndon's got it complete. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this is their 3rd drive right now. Maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Looking to throw on second down. Haskins. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. He's got his man. This is Tate. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On second down, Eckler. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Third down, here's Haskins. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not that time for Watkins.
The Jets take over first and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And given the elements, this might have been what we would have expected, Charles. Scoreless into the second quarter.
The elements have definitely played a part in this game, a big part. And I think that both teams have been a little slow to adjust their playbook and start playing to whatever their strengths are in these conditions.
Right back to him on first down. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 36, Darnold looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. They'll run on first down. McFarland, they'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Mike's 49. Good. Man, that's trash. That's trash. 49, guys. Mike.
Back to throw, Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
49 to Mike. Watch 49. And watch the lane. Mike's 49.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a second and 13. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On the ground, it's Eckler. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Motion, motion, motion. Reset. Red 80. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that?
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. This is fielded at the 27. We'll call that a punt at 54 yards. Well struck. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now it's Haskins. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 26. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December,
giving.
right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike's 56. I'll get him. Get him. 56. Zoo. I know he ain't got it. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the slant.
To throw is Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Matt Milano, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Darnold now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Play action. It's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now a give right side. McFarland. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Down at the 33.
Let's go. Motion, motion, motion. 56, the mic, boys. 56.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland, and he'll go down at the 28. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
56. It's going to be a long day.
On 2nd down and 4, Darnold. The open man is Westbrook. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 14. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to zone.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Chris Herndon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Let's get it.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So that'll back him up 5.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards. Makes it 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Haskins to throw it. Aguilar has it. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Haskins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Haskins to throw. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins going for it all. And that's caught. Watkins, touchdown Buffalo. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills cut into that lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking...
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Ed Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Ed Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
At the 47-yard line.
Right, 57. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on offense.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Forced out to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 12, Haskins. Now he'll escape to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Jordan Jenkins in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Get the ball. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
Throwing now is Haskins. He'll get this to Eckler. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines, offense on for 4th down. They're going on 4th down. Haskins. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Watch the boot, watch the boot. 57's the mic, watch 57. Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
Now it's Haskins. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. And the lead is cut to 2 here in the 4th. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Mike's 49, Mike's 49. Rip left, rip left.
But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Jets, they move back over 500 at 7-6, and they'll get to stay home again next week.